said the official backed her up to the level of President Bongbong Marcos until a certain individual from Malacanang came in and pushed for her exit from DOF for being a, quote, Kakampink.
We had a discussion, Secretary and Diokno and I had a discussion last Wednesday about a matter that I posted in Facebook. And I said that I'm okay resigning. So I submitted a resignation letter last Wednesday.
But were you asked to resign?
Yes, I was asked to resign because I posted something in Facebook by Secretary Diokno with an instruction from Malacanang to remove me.
And that's what he said, that he was actually just relaying instructions?
He showed me a text message from Malacanang.
So is it safe to assume that Secretary Diokno was... I mean, it wasn't initiated by him, or that
it wasn't initiated by him.
Yeah.
There was an July of this year, he was already asked to remove me. Yes, so he was asked to remove me because of being Kakampink.
Again, just the question, asked by whom?
Malacanang.
Malacanang
yeah,
pa rin.
Yeah, it was Malacanang. And I knew that Secretary Diokno talked to the president to explain that I'm helping him with all the reforms that we are doing at the DOF. And he said that the president said, okay, he can keep me.
Moving on to another story, senators weigh in on Finance Chief Ben Diokno saying the economic team was shocked and not consulted on rice price cap. Senator Risa Hontiveros is not surprised by the reaction, noting that the government's action towards the issue appeared to have been, quote, strategically planned to generate chaos in the industry. Meanwhile, Senator Amy Marcos was in disbelief about the current situation in the rice industry. She said that her father, the late President Ferdinand Marcos Sr., would rise from the dead and declare martial law if he were still alive. The Finance Department earlier backpedaled, saying that the economic managers fully support the order after Diokno's statement made news. Meantime, the government sees prices of rice stabilizing in the next few weeks. The Agriculture Department is expecting an increase in local rice supply as harvest season begins. Prices of the staple have soared in the past months, causing the government to intervene by imposing a price ceiling. Meanwhile, small rice retailers in Pateros, Navotas, Parañaque, and Zamboanga del Sur will receive a 15,000 cash aid from the government. About 1,000 retailers in Quezon City, San Juan, and Caloocan received theirs on Saturday. The Social Welfare Department said the list of beneficiaries for the aid is still being finalized by the Trade Department.
We're conscious of the September 15 deadline dahil nga may election ban starting September 16. We were informed by DSWD na kailangan maisumiti kagad namin lahat ng mga lista at sila naman makapag-pay out, finish or not finish, pass the papers by September 15.
Finance Secretary Benjamin Diokno believes that NEDA Secretary Arsenio Balisacan is a perfect fit as Agriculture Secretary. In a press briefing, Diokno said that Balisacan is a suitable candidate due to his agricultural knowledge. The now NEDA chief served as Agriculture Undersecretary during the administration of former President Joseph Estrada. He graduated Agricultural Economics from Don Mariano Marcos Memorial State University and has further studies from the University of the Philippines, Los Baños. President Bongbong Marcos currently holds the position as DA Secretary. Vice President Sara Duterte slammed critics in Congress who questioned the 2022 confidential funds of her office. VP Sara specifically mentioned Senator Risa Hontiveros, who asked about the transfer of budget allocations to OVP's confidential funds. Duterte said that while Senator Risa amuses the nation with her flair for drama, the lawmaker could only wish that the confidential expenses was accessed illegally. Duterte noted that critics still cannot produce any proof to support their, quote, dirty imagination. On the other hand, Senator Risa questioned the OVP after earlier saying that the office can live without confidential funds. The senator said that if the vice president is confident about her office's confidential funds, then she should defend them publicly. More stories coming your way after a quick break. Stay with us. still watching One News Now. I'm Denise Tan. Several groups react to the Education Department's directive to change the term Diktadurang Marcos to just Diktadura in its matatag curriculum. The campaign against the return of the Marcoses and martial law strongly condemned the move in a statement. It said the change is, quote, a shameless scheme to distort history. For the alliance concerned, teachers or act reducing the truth to just Diktadura is an insult to the pursuit of historical truth and a quote disservice to the victims of the dictatorship of the late President Ferdinand Marcos Sr. A memorandum from the DepEd's Bureau of Curriculum Development said the change in nomenclature was done under the guidance of experts. So far, the agency is yet to issue a statement on the matter. Despite her termination, former Finance Undersecretary Magno extends her gratitude to Secretary Ben Diokno for the opportunity to serve in government. Magno reposted an interview where she supposedly said that she believed Diokno fought for her. Recall that Magno's tenure had been, quote, expired following her post on social media about the implementation of a price cap on rice products. Malacanang justified her removal from office, citing her supposed intentions to malign the administration's economic agenda. In an earlier tweet, Magno said she expected her termination for the post but still pushed through anyway. In another tweet, Magno also expressed gratitude to people who she said stood up for what was right. Here now is a glance at today's other top stories. Pag-asa continues to monitor two low-pressure areas. The first one was spotted within the Philippine territory 875 kilometers east-northeast of extreme northern Luzon. The other one was located outside the Philippine territory 1,960 kilometers east-northeast of eastern Visayas. The LPA is enhancing the southwest monsoon or habagat that will trigger rains, particularly in Zamboanga Peninsula. There is a slim chance for the two LPAs to develop into tropical cyclones. Finance Secretary Benjamin Diokno assures the public that only Filipinos are allowed to head the Maharlika Investment Corporation. This comes after the Bureau of Treasury announced that they are accepting applications and nominees for senior members of the MIC. The corporation will manage and scrutinize the system for the Maharlika Investment Fund. Senator Raffy Tulfo wants the Department of Migrant Workers to have their own confidential funds. Tulfo said that the DMW needs to prevent illegal recruiters and scammers from victimizing OFWs. The DMW has proposed 15.30 billion peso budget for next year. One News Now will be back at 6 p.m. with the day's latest stories. See you then. I'm Denise Tan. We are One News.